son went to his father, and he said, "Father, give me my share of my inheritance right now." Now, let me give you a side note. Back then, if you asked for your share of the inheritance while your father is still alive, that basically means, "Father, you're dead to me. Just give me what I deserve. Give me your money. I don't want you. I'm good. I'm out. I'll just take mine. I'll leave." So that's the equivalent of asking the father for that money. But the father gave him what he asked for. He divided his inheritance between his two sons, and he gave the younger son his portion. Not a few days later, the younger son, he packed all of his belongings and he left. He traveled to a far-away country, very far from his homeland, and there he lived it up. You could say it's equivalent to, I don't know, going to Vegas or Morongo, or I don't know, wherever you go to live the life. Since he had his money, he made lots of friends who liked his money. He gambled, he squandered everything, he ate a lot of good food, he probably had Las Vegas buffet style, the Wynn Hotel's really good. He did all that, he was living his life, enjoying his life, doing all that he pleased, and one day, it was all gone. His fortune was depleted, down to zero. So you can imagine that all of his friends that he gained started leaving him. They didn't want to hang out with him anymore. So he hit rock bottom. He was at a point where he couldn't even buy a McDonald's value menu food item. He came to a point where he was so hungry, he would kill to eat what a homeless person was eating from a trash can. So here he was, walking around, his clothes are dirty, he's starting to smell, he doesn't even have a proper, shower or anything like that. And as he's there, he starts to think, wait a minute. Even my father's servants, they eat better than I am eating right now. What I would do just to eat a hot bowl of soup, or a sandwich, or a bowl of noodles or something. They're eating fine, they're sleeping fine, they have nice clothes, they don't smell like me. What am I doing here? I'm going to go to my father and I'm going to ask him, "Father, I know I've sinned against you, I'm sorry. I don't even deserve to be your son anymore, but please, can you just take me as one of your servants?" That's what I'm going to do. So he decides to do that, and he goes back home. And he's on his way home, but as soon as his father sees him from a distance, he gets up, and back then they wore these robes, these long, dignified robes. The men never ran. They never dared to show their ankles. That was not top class. As soon as he saw his son from a distance, he picked up his robe and he began to run as fast as he could to his son. Mind you, the son was still smelling really, really bad. He hasn't eaten, he hasn't showered, you don't want to go near this guy. The father was running, and as soon as he got to him, he embraced him, he kissed him. Just imagine the scene. The son is basically a filthy beggar, wanting to be nothing more than a servant. The father, dressed magnificently, comes and he just picks him up in his arms, and he's just slaughtering him all over with kisses and So the son rehearses a line just as he practiced before. He says, "Father, I have sinned against you. I don't deserve to be your son anymore. Just please let me be your servant." The father stops him, looks straight at him in the eyes, and he says, "Son, you stop. You stop right there." He talks to one of his servants. He says, "Bring this guy some new clothes, give him a hot shower, kill the fattened calf. We're going to have a big party. My son, he was lost, but now he's found. Okay? So they start the celebration. You have music, they invited all the neighboring friends and families, and this biggest party ever. The dad is bursting, he's rejoicing, and everyone is just so excited that he's back. And while all of the music and the festivities are going around, remember the older brother? There was an older brother. He's out in the field, way over here, and he hears something from a distance. He probably smells some good food cooking. He probably sees some dancing and some lights glistening. And so he asks one of the servants, hey, what's the meaning of this? What's going on? And the servant says, you haven't heard? Your brother has come back. So your dad killed a fattened calf and we're having a huge party. We're celebrating. The older brother looks at him. His face drops. But the older brother is furious. He's not even going to step foot into the party. Eventually, after lots of celebration and things like that, the dad comes out once more to meet his older son. He says, why are you not inside joining with us? Older son is still outside. So angry, he doesn't know what to say. Looks at his father in the eyes and he says, Father, I have been by your side this entire time. I have never left you. Yet, not one time did you even kill a small calf for me to have a party with my friends. And now that this your son, after he's wasted all of your money, comes back, you throw this huge party. That's not fair. So the dad looks at him with pleading eyes. And he says, Son, all that I have is yours. If you ask of anything, it's already yours. I'll give it to you. All of this. You must rejoice because your younger brother, he was lost, but now he's found. He was dead, but now he's alive.